Our Brother David is about a family in crisis, and that family in crisis is in the context of a much bigger crisis, a global crisis.
But we were trying to think of how you describe this play, and I thought a good description would be a serious comedy, because it is very, very funny in places. I mean, even when they get down to fighting one another, it's funny. But there are also really serious discussions about the world we live in and about global warming and ecology and bankers and bankruptcy and, you know, all these things. And yet it's very entertaining and very funny.
I also wanted to deal with some very contemporary themes, and the play is set very specifically in the summer of 2010. The concerns of the characters are the concerns of people I knew at that time.
My character Anthony is a geoscientist, and that's it's what he is and who he is, and it's interesting in the context of a scene where the audience are being introduced to the circumstance, but also the family are reminding themselves of things, and you get all those things that families do talk about, and slightly buried things and memories and different viewpoints on things.
Jason is 14 years old, he's the son of Amelia. He's caught in the middle of all these adults fighting in Fairworld, and he's in his own little world, really. He plays with his iPod the entire time, and on the laptop, and he doesn't really want to be there. You can see the humour in it, that you've got just a kid just sitting at a dinner table with all these adults talking about God knows what. He doesn't know what's going on, really. Yeah, I suppose you can think about that. That's quite comedic in itself, that he's just caught up in the middle of it.
I feel I've cultivated my own version of Tourette's in order to, as a kind of defence mechanism, and because I just can't stand people not being straightforward and straight and true, as I see it.
He says what he thinks.
I do. I say exactly what I think.
Instantly.
It's a very, very funny play, I think, actually. And as I say, I'm not always there when it's going on. I'll listen to it happening and then come in and spread my earnest wings on the stage.
If you'd seen us at 11:30 this morning, we were both puffing and drenched in sweat because we'd been rehearsing a fight scene. The two of us have to end up having a good old go at each other. And it comes out of two people passionately arguing their case and deadly serious in what they're doing and what they're feeling. But what you get is two men who should know better, a bit too old to be doing it, having a good slug out, and it is funny.
I go to a play to, if you like, rehearse life experience. That may sound quite pretentious, but that's why I like to go and see plays. I may not know what I think about a particular issue, but having experienced the play, I am a little bit wiser, because I've rehearsed the argument with the characters on stage in the auditorium.